Hello, everyone. We're here at the Hall of Fame Academy, and we're here to watch another game, a spectacular game to improve our middle game strategies for success. This is episode 4 on the series. We've already received rave reviews. They've been coming in by the bucketful, but we're not concerned about that. We're not concerned about positive reviews, 5-star ratings, going viral. Those are not our concerns. Our concern is to help the people. They need our help. They need my help. And I've taken this responsibility on my shoulders. This is part of my fight for Ukraine, fight for Russia, fight for whoever. I do it for the people. And I don't do the opening salvo. Openings are for patsers. I do middle game strategies for success, and that's what you're going to get right now, right very now. Middle game is about to begin. Are you ready? Here we are. Middle game has begun. All the pieces are kind of developed. This is a certain type of structure, and now he's gone for a kind of maneuver there. I'm going to defend it like this. It does open the gateway for this maneuver, but he hasn't taken that. He hasn't exercised the option, the stock option, as they would call it in the finance world. He has instead chosen to develop his pieces, which is also not such a bad idea. This move seems a little bit off somehow, but nothing overly wrong with it either. Except I can take. No. No, he didn't need to do that. So we don't mind if he's spending tempo, but now definitely this pawn push has got to be the move to play, unless there's any special reason not to do it. Knight does come here. Well, we're going to prepare e4. e4 is the pawn break. They talk about middle game plans. e4 is the plan. Alright, he's planning this kind of a maneuver to attack this pawn here. To attack this king here with the bishop. It's a little bit far away. He's got to first move his knights out of the way. So we're going to just let him do whatever he wants, and we're going to shut down that plan at the last minute. That's our approach. This was a rather long-winded strategy that he went for. But we've got the central pawn break in right at the moment when he's taken his pieces away from the central guarding squares. So it's not a bad timing. But now we want to start honing in on this f7 square. It's a little bit weak, but not overly weak, really. Just got to see what we're going to do. Is he planning a maneuver with his queen? Let's open the gateway for the rook first. First, we're going to open the line of sight for the rook. Then we're going to see what he does. Okay, he's planning knight maneuver here. How about if we do this? This pawn is still kind of well protected by the knight. This one is not so well protected, but yeah, he's kind of a spicy boy player, but I don't think that means he's particularly good. It's just spicy. So he's really going after this pawn. He thinks he's going to play like some kind of grandmaster, and we're going to let him have that fantasy. That was interesting that he took it with the pawn and not the rook. Okay. I think blocking this bishop off now becomes kind of a no-brainer. Mainly because it's not easy for him to get his knight into this square. All his knights are sort of in a different zone of the board. And now we really want to try to see if we can even trap this knight here. He's definitely on the verge of being trapped. But yeah. Okay. Interesting move. Just gonna go back there. So we've got his, this is going back to the mobility series that we did. We did an expose about how mobility is important and how it's changing the game. And mobility, for lack of a better word, is the face of chess. So now we've got a very nice. This is almost too easy, to be honest. I'm sorry about that, but I don't pick my opponents. They just come to me in whatever order they come. Yeah, so now we're a piece up. So now you're going to get a masterclass on how to be clinical when you're ahead in the game. So being clinical is about not blundering. Not blundering and playing solid. Now, how do we lose from here is when his knight comes and checks and forks my king and some other piece. So I've got to keep everything off squares. Typically, if your king's on a white square, you want to keep your other pieces off of the white squares, as they would all be, in the range of the knight. Other things which you want to do when you're up in the game is you want to simplify, dilute, exchange pieces, just make the game easy. Don't let it get too spicy. Okay, this is a very nice move by him because it is a spicy move indeed, and definitely problematic. I kept my queen here mainly because there's a knight fork here and here. Of course, the bishop is guarding it, but you never know what can happen. So, yeah, get the king out of the way. Of course, now the king and rook are in the forking line, but the knight cannot hop there so easily, so it should be safe. Jumping on here is definitely threatening a mate. So now can we take it with the pawn? Really put some new kind of pressure on him. It does open up a checking file for him, however. So we're going to take it with the rook, just out of an abundance of caution. But we do have to bear in mind that he has some nasty checks in the wings. And should we take this? Yeah, I think we take it. And we need to hold on to that pawn. And we need to ward off any checks. Okay, the game's not over yet because my king is somewhat exposed. Oh, I should have done an intermediary check there. That was a rather passive idea. But now we check and now we take off the queen. The queen's the only way he could even hope of drawing the game or something. And now that's out of the equation. Yeah, I'm going to go for this pawn as a way of defending that pawn. Oh, I've only 20 seconds left, guys. Why didn't anyone tell me? I do commentary for you fools and then I run out of time. We're not going to lose this game. Okay, he's diluted. King makes it there in time, no worries. We're gonna just push this one all the way, right? Yeah, that's gotta be the idea. He's trying to just time it out, but it's not really gonna work. Got this pawn in our sights. May as well just take it for the rook. I'll definitely take that. Alright. Now we just mop him up. This is a pre-moving game. Okay, let's get our other pawn in the way. All the way. Check him. Check him. Check him. Check him. Alright, mate. Okay, yeah, I wanted it 0.6 seconds, but it was a fairly comfortable win. It's not like my heart rate is pounding or anything. Alright, later.